Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson, live in our digital studio, the News Channel 3 digital studio here with a Facebook and YouTube live weather update on the News Channel 3 Facebook page, on the News Channel 3 YouTube page, and on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Running a little bit late today. I apologize. Apologies for that. It's 9:11 on the clock. Just flipped over to 9:12. I was actually trying to make a graphic or to have a graphic about the cool down that's going to be coming starting right around about Valentine's Day, actually. So I finally just gave up on that. But by the time I gave up on making that, I was having a hard time with it because the computer is so infinitely smarter than I am, and I couldn't figure it out. And so by the time I gave up the ghost on it, it was 2 minutes after 9. So I apologize. It takes a few minutes to get online here. You see what's on the agenda here? We'll let a few more folks get into the room. Chris, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Shannon, good evening. Pretty nice, I would say so, outside today. A little cooler than yesterday for some, but not for everybody. You know, yesterday, the deck of low clouds and with some fog was hanging tough in Lansing and Charlotte, even in Marshall, certainly Albion and on the east side of the state. And so it was much cooler there than it was, say, like in Kalamazoo, we're tied to record high at 51. But most temperatures were a little bit cooler than yesterday. Some were warmer, but still not a bad day with the sunshine. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it very much, and thanks for being here. Gwen, hello to you. And Ray, good evening to you, Mr. Ray Doff. And Jim, good evening from Burlington. What happened to the snow? The snow is gone. It is long gone, right? And what's out there right now in those giant piles on the sides of the Meyer parking lot, that's what I always picture them at, are going to be melting some more as well. Carolyn Sturgis, it's been a beautiful day for sure. Sean, hello to you in Portage. Let's get right to it. Sunshine continues. I'm going to fade myself back just a little bit here so that we can pay attention to what's really important. As soon as I can find my cursor, any day now. Where's my cursor? Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Sometimes technology really does get the best of me. All right, here we go. Sunshine continues. Unseasonably mild temperatures will continue as well. Sharon, hello to you. Hello to you. Oops, sorry, got to mute that. That's my phone going off there. Good evening to you from the village of White Pigeon. Hello, southern St. Joe County. Barb, hello. Ryan, enjoying those warm temperatures. I don't see the polar vortex coming at least by the end of the month. We might have some changes by the end of the month. Tina, hello to you in Bangor. And Mike, it's Taco Tuesday. And I'm happy to hear from you. I didn't have tacos, but I did have like a steak enchilada. Does that count? All right, so let's talk about what we have on the way. Sunshine continues, unseasonably mild. We could even set some records here, and rain is going to be here before we get to the weekend. Here we go, off to school in the bus stop forecast for tomorrow. Good evening to you, Carol in Battle Creek. Off to school with a mix of sun and clouds and 29 degrees. You remember our typical high is 31, 32 degrees. So we're going to be really almost there even when we get to the morning temperature. So it's going to be another warmer than average day. Look at this, heading home at 50. I'm going to have to look up the high for tomorrow. I should have already looked that up. I apologize for that. I don't think that's going to be in record territory, but it's not going to be too far away. Here are our high temperatures for today. 44 is on the board in Lansing, Battle Creek, Marshall, 43 in Kalamazoo. Look at all the low to mid 40s. And remember, our average high for this time of year is in the lower 30s. So we're much warmer than average, All right, let's talk about those highs, how they have been. Look at this. This is just crazy. That red, because remember, every bar that you see there, this is going back 2 weeks, or almost 2 weeks, 12 days. And every bar that you see there that is colored in red, that's because the high temperature was at least a few degrees above average. You see the numbers on the very bottom. That's the departure from normal. Up 11 degrees, up 11 degrees, up 9 degrees from normal. Last Thursday, up 21 degrees above normal. Last Sunday, just a few days ago, up 19 degrees. Yesterday, 19 degrees warmer than average. You get the idea. And it looks like this trend is going to continue for a little while. In fact, check it out. The high temperatures here for the next few days. Tomorrow, 50. That's going to be 18 degrees warmer than normal. Thursday and Friday, we're looking at 55s. Now, the record high in Kalamazoo for Thursday which would be February the 8th. February the 8th, the record high temperature for that day is 62, set way back in 1925. That's going to be safe. I don't think we're going to get there. I don't think so anyway. Who knows these days, right? Anything's in play, but I don't think we're going to get to 62. But now Friday's record high, as you see I have there on the graphic, was set just last year at 55 degrees. And I do think we're going to get there to tie it and maybe go above it. I think that we have a good chance of maybe even topping it. Hello to you. Good evening, Christina in Matawan. Thanks for checking in. Vicky, hello to you. Greetings from Westport. It's Carla. Thanks. Let's go Tigers. Rick, hello to you in Plainwell. Got those pitchers and catchers reporting soon, right? Tyler, are we done with the snow? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll get to more on that coming up. You see weeds growing up and little buds on the trees. Ryan, yeah. Our meteorologist Colin Rogers did a story about that earlier today. Check it out on our website. Renee, hello to you. Sunday is going to be chillier for sure. For sure. 38 for the high. But remember, our typical high by Sunday will be about 33. That's still warmer than average. Pam, I hope you have a great night as well. Thanks for being here. Kevin, hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. Linda and Galesburg and Terry. People in Florida think 50 degrees is cold. Well, that's because they don't have to deal with what we have to deal with, right? They don't have to deal with a normal high of 32 degrees. But we haven't had to deal with that much lately either. Outside of that Arctic blast that lasted like 8 days, it's been pretty dead around here. We haven't really had a lot of cold to talk about. Well, right now, all's quiet on Live Doppler Radar. Rebecca, hello to you. Thank you for being here. Nothing going on. I want to jump ahead to the hour by hour. Let's talk about when we're going to have some rain. And I want you to watch these temps. This is currently, skies are partly cloudy. It looks like by midnight, the same story. We'll see a bit more cloud cover in the morning. Could, by the way, with a little bit of cloud cover, could make for a spectacular sunrise. So you photo bugs out there, shutter bugs out there, get that camera ready to go. Could have a nice vivid sunrise on the way for tomorrow. Ashley, another round of snowstorms coming. Jackson in the house. Jan, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I try to be here every night, 9-ish, so that you can set your calendar there, or I want to say set your clock to it, because I'm oftentimes a few minutes late, but you get the idea. Let me look at the longer range outlook here. I did not put my papers in the correct order, and now I'm paying for it. All right. I do see some snow back in the picture, and likely some lake effect with some colder air that's coming in. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be moving in round about Valentine's Day. So that's why I say between now and certainly the 12th or 13th, I think that we're going to continue to be warmer than average. So I hope that's helpful for you there. And Jan, Ashley, we'll keep an eye out for that too. Jan and Bill in Bloomingdale. Russell, hello to you at the Duck Inn. Oh, having a tribute to Toby Keith karaoke night. I hope you're having a great time there at the Duck Inn. I believe you're leaving out the Waddle Out, right? And I'm sure that's a good time, and really shocking news, right? Shocking news to hear about that. But I hope that you're having a good tribute night there to Toby Keith, who spent some time at the Allegan County Fair. We had a story about that. Played at the Allegan County Fair for a few years. So that was a nice remembrance there. Linda, I don't think we're done with snow just yet. Jeff, hello to you. Let's see, Mike, the weather has been unseasonably nice. Nice night in Ceresco, Jeff. Thanks for that. Indiana in the house. Hello to the Hoosiers. Sherry, thank you very much. And Ed from the Volunteer State. Hello down there in Dayton, Tennessee. Let me tell you what happened last night. If you were watching last night and all of a sudden I just quit, it just disappeared. We had an internet hiccup. It happened a couple of times in our building. I don't think it was ours, but our engineers tell us it wasn't on our end. But all it takes, as you know, is just a little hiccup like that, and it knocked me right offline. So thanks for reminding me about that, Ed, so I can tell everybody about it. If you're wondering why all of a sudden I just dropped out. Kim, hello to you in Battle Creek. Sherry, hello to you. Gail Portage checking in. All right, I stopped our clock at 8 o'clock in the morning when skies are partly sunny, mostly cloudy. We're going to be going back and forth, I think, tomorrow. That's what our model indicates here. But watch our temps. We go from 41 to about 49 about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to get close to 50. So we'll be in the ballpark, in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees for tomorrow. And then watch, now notice tomorrow night, it's going to be relatively mild with lows only in the upper 30s to around 40. And then by Thursday afternoon, we're going to see showers marching right in there. We stopped the clock at 5 o'clock. And look at that high of 55 degrees. Great weather in Indiana. Loving it. Sherry, that's great. That's great. We've had some of that. We've had a taste of it here in Michigan as well. Bill, I'm doing great. I hope you are too. Coldwater in the house. Jeanette, thank you so much. Tina, you bet. Things can change. I hope you have a great night as well. And thanks for the thanks. So here's what we're looking at. I want you to also notice that temperature of 55 Thursday. We're going to be in the ballpark. I don't think that would not be a record. That would not be a record high. We got to go a lot further than that to get to the record on Thursday. But on Friday, which is the 8th of the month, 9th of the month, the 9th of the month, that's where I think we could be looking at a new record high, or at least tying the record, which currently stands at 55 degrees. So that's something to keep in mind there as well, something to keep in mind. All right, so I also want to note too, when we talk about record temperatures, we typically talk about record high temperatures. Well, what about record lows? And I am almost it's almost a sure bet. I'm looking for my weather cheat sheet here, and I don't see what I did with it. I might have left it down in the weather office. I think it's just about a sure bet that we're going to hear it is that we will set a new record high low temperature. To get that record high low temperature on Friday morning. I think Friday, I think the day Friday the 9th, I think the record for the date is around 41 or 42. That is the highest minimum that's been recorded in Kalamazoo on February 9th. Right now, we're projected to be at about 48. So that would be a new record on the low side, right? Again, we always think about the record max temperature, which of course, that's something. But there's also what's the warmest low temperature that you've had on a particular day. And I think with this big warm spell that's coming in here for Thursday and Friday morning, I believe, for the day Friday, which is February 9th, I would not be surprised if we set a new record temperature, but it will be for a record high low temperature. So the highest minimum temperature that we've had. It gets confusing when you start putting it that way. Sherry, 2 days coming soon for snow, 1 inch, then up the 3 inches, the 12th and the 13th. I don't see that. Not right now, anyway. The 12th, I will say this. I think that we could see a little rain snow action Monday night into Tuesday. An inch, I don't think is out of the question. But I think our better chance is going to be coming on the 14th and 15th and 16th. Once we get into that third week of February, then I think we're going to turn the clock a little bit, and we're going to get a little bit chillier. Bob, Twin Lake, been cool there. Thanks, Bob, for the report. Appreciate it. Courtney, hello to you. From Marshall. Candy, hello to you. Thanks. Good weekend for the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. But it's not going to be too bad outside. But yeah, great weekend for the Super Bowl, which, by the way, of course, right here on News Channel 3. And I'm actually working that night. What do you know? Kylie, hello to you. And Molly, hello. Rachel, the spring nonsense has got to go. There are a lot of folks out there, believe it or not, who are like, come on, let's get some winter going. And there is, there's plant life that depends on it. There's insect life that depends on it. And we just haven't had a lot of it. Of course, remember, going all the way back to October, early November, our forecast, which was not like rocket science, it was really going with the odds. And a strong El Nino year favors a warmer pattern for our part of the continental United States. And so far, I'll tell you what else. It favors a very wet and cool West Coast. The West Coast is getting hammered with rain right now. That's El Nino. And a wet Gulf Coast and a wet and cool Florida. And so far, that's been coming to pass too. So this has been acting pretty much the way that it's expected to. I'll tell you one thing that I'm on the lookout for the next month anyway, is for the Ohio Valley up to the Appalachians and the Northeast to get more active with winter storms. Not necessarily here in West Michigan, but hey, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Mike, thanks for the thanks. Eva, hello to you. Thank you for checking in. Three Rivers in the house. We are not done with snow, Michelle. I'm just saying that because it's February the 6th. Now, I don't have any knowledge of when we will be done with the snow, but I just don't think that when we get to May 1st, and that we'll look back and we'll say that by February 6th that we were done with the snow. I do see a colder pattern setting up shop here by the third week of February, about another week, a week and a half out. And I think that that's going to provide us the opportunity for some more snow and maybe even some lake effect. So are we still getting storms Thursday night? Some rain, yes. Thunderstorms, it doesn't look as impressive, to be honest with you, right now. I don't see that, Kylie. And even if we do, I think they're just going to be isolated. I don't think there's going to be anything that you need to be worried about. So I hope that helps. Michelle, we do live in a four-season climate, and it is important for crops. You're right. I mean, the crops, and like I said, the plant life, a lot of the biology in our area is dependent on a particular weather pattern. And so when we break that pattern, especially so much as we've broken it so far this winter, it could have some consequences. So we're going to have to cross our fingers and hope that we are not doing, but it's Mother Nature at play here in this particular case. You know what I mean? Sarah, hello to you. Please tell me not much more snow. I'll tell you that. But again, it's early February. And right now, I don't see a big snowstorm on the horizon. But again, for the third week in February, coming after Valentine's Day, which is a week from tomorrow, by the way, after Valentine's Day. So 8, 9, 10 days out, I think we're going to get colder and we'll get a little more winter-like there as well. Greg, third week puts us closer to the end. Yeah, I'm talking about the 15th. So either A, you could say that that's still in the middle of the month or the beginning of the third week, however you want to write that out. Melissa, hello to you. Sherry, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'll pass that on to our weather team too. Greg, or Glenn, hello in Battle Creek. Thank you so much. And Sherry, I hope you have a good night. Well, here's the 7-day. You see what we got playing here. There are those warm temperatures Thursday. Thursday night, I think it's going to rain. Friday morning, I think it's going to rain. I don't think it will be raining by noon on Friday. I think it's out of here. So Thursday evening, let's say from 6, 7 o'clock in the evening until 7, 8 o'clock Friday morning, about a 13 or 14-hour period, I think we're going to be in the rain zone. Nothing heavy, but I do think we're going to be in the rain zone then. That's what you see on the 7-day. Then I think we'll just see a mix of sun and clouds, but it will be much cooler over the weekend. Much cooler coming over the weekend. All right, so who else do we have? Ryan, spring is coming. Hold on there. Ashley, we're definitely getting spoiled with this warmer weather, but you're loving it. Hey, take it for what it is, right? Hello, Vicksburg. Have the windows open today, Sherry or Shell. Nothing wrong with airing the place out, right? All right, everybody. I'm going to skate on out of here. A little shorter than normal, but I think we've given it sufficient time, and you get an idea of what's going on. Don't forget, I'm going to be live at 10 on ARC, West Michigan, not CW7, ARC, West Michigan. It just rolls off the tongue. I'm so used to saying it for several years. And then live at 11 on News Channel 3. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube, my YouTube channel, at Weatherman Keith, all lowercase, all one word. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put some forecasts on there from time to time. One day I'm going to populate it with some other material, but right now I haven't gotten around to that. And then, of course, you can also follow me on my Facebook page, WWMT's Keith Thompson. Jeff Porter is going to be here in the morning, 4:30, with live weather updates all the way up till 9 a.m. Then he's got you again at noon. I'll pick you up at 5:30 tomorrow evening. We'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow night, and then it will be hump day, and we'll be beyond it. And then, we're just talking about the weekend because we can't get enough of shooting for that weekend, right? And don't forget our website, wwmt.com/weather, and also our free weather app. It's a good thing to have as well. Michelle, has the Super Bowl been held in Detroit? Yes, it has been held in Detroit. Well, they used to only pick warmer cities, and they do that sometimes. But they have strayed into some colder cities. A few years ago, it was in New Jersey. Well, it was in the New York area where the Jets and the Giants play, but that's in New Jersey. Ron can't get ARC. ARK. I was thinking Noah's Ark. Ron, I'm still checking into that. It should be where CW was, our CW channel was, and I'll try to check into that again. I've already passed that along, and they're checking into it as well. Depends on your provider. Rocky, good evening to you. Tuesday, back to snow again. Maybe next week. 7-day looks all right for the rest of the week. See you at 10. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you too. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate on out of here. Thanks so much for being here, being patient with me as well, getting on here a little bit late tonight. If I don't see you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you tomorrow at 5:30, and 6, and we'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow night. Thanks again. Hey, get some good rest. Let's hit hump day hard tomorrow so that we can get through it and then shoot for the weekend. And I hope everybody stays safe. Good night, everybody. Thanks again for being here.